What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and this is the UFC Vegas 10 weigh-in recap. Also going to give you guys my final predictions and the updated betting odds. So, first fight of the night featured on the screen here, Justine takes on Sabrina Mazzo. My pick has not changed. I see Mazzo getting a unanimous decision win. Now I will pull up the updated betting odds. Also, both these girls came in on weight, 125.5 for both of them. So very professional there, no weight miss. Now, if you are thinking to put money down on this fight, your best website is going to be Sportsbet. It's a minus 229 favorite for Sabrina Mazzo, that is. Now, the underdog, Justine is a plus 210 on William H. I don't see a high likelihood of an upset here. I really am confident that Mazzo gets this one done. Not saying I'm going to go throw money down on it, though, because women's MMA, crazy stuff can happen. Any fight, crazy things can happen. But especially women's MMA, there's definitely been some freaky things. And I wouldn't throw it down because I will give one credit that I've seen to Keisha. She's a tough girl and has a lot of heart. And if she lands a big shot, you know, obviously she could knock out any female. But with all that being said, confident pick, Mazzo, unanimous decision. Now, moving up, Bryan Barberena versus Anthony Ivy. Let me get the image for you guys here. You can see Barberena. It's a little bit distorted. I apologize about that. But Bryan Barberena is looking, you know, his normal physique, maybe a little bit softer from what I've seen. If you look on the sides there, looks like not super cut up, not super lean. His arms, you know, he looks fine. It's not bodybuilding, though. It doesn't really matter. His opponent, though, I will say Anthony Ivy came in ripped, looking good as he always does. I think Ivy's a tough fight. I don't think he's going to lay down easy. He did lose to Aguilera in one round, but I don't think he gets stopped quick and easy here. I think he's going to give Barberena a bit of work. I could see a decision win for Barberena. I could also see a stoppage win, but I do think that Anthony Ivy is in very good shape, and he's coming to fight and give it his best effort. Now, let me pull up the odds here. For this fight here, Anthony Ivy versus Bryan Barberena, the best place to bet on Ivy if you're feeling that upset is plus 216 odds at Sportsbet. If you're thinking about, hey, I want to bet some money down on the favorite, you're confident that Bryan Barberena gets it done, minus 235 favorite on Bet Online. You know, how do I feel about putting down $200-some? I don't think it's that bad if you're really confident. If it's 500, I'd say, you know, you're setting yourself up for losses long term. Now, next fight of the night, Jalen Turner takes on Brock Weaver. Turner, yes, the late notice replacement, but he has been training. He was scheduled to fight Thiago Moyes last week, so I don't think it's that significant. I think that he's still going to look really good. He looks tall. He looks lanky here. I did predict that he would get a stoppage, but looking at how Brock Weaver looks cut up, you can see in his shoulders, you could see in the abs, in the weigh-in video, he looks in very good shape. I think we see Turner get it done, but I'm leaning towards a unanimous decision. I wouldn't be necessarily shocked if there was a stoppage, but also at the 164 pounds, both guys weighing in at, actually, excuse me, Turner came in at 163.5, but catchweight fight, I think that Brock Weaver's going to be durable here, and I think it probably goes 3 rounds. But I could see a knockout win for Turner, though, without a doubt. Let me quickly pull up these updated odds again. We have Jalen Turner sitting at a minus 315 favorite, at Brock Weaver a plus 285. I mean, people like Weaver. He does have a lot of heart, and guys with tons of heart can obviously pull off big upsets, but I don't think it happens here. I think Turner is a lot longer. He's got the rangy striking style, and I think he's going to really work over Brock Weaver here. Now, next fight, Martinez versus Alexander Romanov. This is an interesting matchup. Both these guys are big heavyweights. Both came in very heavy. Let me get the picture for you guys here. You can see monsters here. I mean, the body of Martinez is never good. This guy gave Crow Cop some work, though. They fought, and he hit Crow Cop with some really nice strikes. Was a few years back as well, and he was not knocked out. He got stopped by a cut. Now, Romanov, I've seen good striking too, but also his grappling skill. I think that's his big advantage here. I think he should go towards that, but I don't think that Martinez is going to go down easy. I think he's coming to fight. I could see a second round stoppage, but I do think if it's on the feet, you're going to see Martinez get his fair share of licks in, and if Alexander Romanov is not careful, he could be knocked out here by the underdog, Martinez. Let me grab the odds for you guys. You can see Romanov as a minus 320 favorite. That's the best place to bet on him at 5 dimes, or excuse me, 5D dimes. And his opponent, Martinez, a plus 302 dog at BetDSI. If you're craving to put a little money down on Martinez for the upset, you go to BetDSI. You can make yourself $300 with 100. I mean, that's pretty good. And if you're looking to put a substantial amount, maybe 1,000, that would be pretty crazy. But the thing is, heavyweights is tricky, right? One shot can change the fight for either guy, but I still have to ride with the guy that I feel has the superior skill set, and that is Romanov here. He gets it done, probably second round stoppage, especially if he gets it to the ground. Now, next fight, Kevin Croom, he comes in on late notice versus Roosevelt Roberts. This should be an interesting matchup. Kevin Croom, I mean, he's a tough guy. He definitely comes to fight. He came in shape. You can see there, he's got the abs. He's cut up. He's ready to go against Roosevelt Roberts. And obviously, Roberts, very intense. You can see it was in his face here at the weigh-ins. I think that I could see a decision. I'm going to be honest. I think that you could see Croom survive, but I did pick submission, and I could think a submission could happen throughout the fight in any round. You know, as they start getting sweaty later in round number 2, it's going to be harder for Roberts to lock it in, but he does have those thin arms that I really think are kind of to his advantage. Not that Kevin Croom is jacked or anything, but I'm still riding with Roberts. I could see a submission. I could see a decision, but Roberts getting it done. Nothing has changed my mind on that. Now, let me pull up the odds here. So Roosevelt Roberts and Matt Free. Wow, they don't have the odds up here. Let me double check though. They may have the odds listed somewhere. I'm gonna look them up for you guys. Roberts. All right, let's see. We'll see if we can find them. I'm looking for them. Best fight odds did not have it up, and I just took this picture right before doing this. All right, let's see. DraftKings does have something up. Roberts versus Kevin Croom. Tell the tape. All right. No money line. So I don't know if the money lines will come out sometime tomorrow before the fight. So stay tuned on Best Fight Odds or whatever betting site you're using. The odds may be coming out. But as of right now, no updated odds for this fight. Unfortunately, I was actually looking forward to hopefully talking about some betting odds here. But moving up to the next fight, Julia Avila takes on Sajara Eubanks. I'm excited for this fight. Sajara Eubanks does have a lot of skill. She's underperformed a bit in the past, had issues with the scale. But overall, she's a girl that definitely can scrap. And Julia Avila, very tough. I like Avila a lot. I think it's a good matchup. You can see both girls in shape. My pick really didn't change much. I see Avila getting a decision, most likely unanimous. I do think she'll outstrike Sajara here and could possibly get it to the ground too. She's definitely got some decent grappling skills. But Sajara's a tough girl, and I definitely think she'll get a fair share of shots in. Let's check the betting odds out. All right, we have Julia Avila sitting at a -280 favorite on 5 dimes, and then Sajara Eubanks a +275 underdog on Bet365. I'm really not confident to tell you guys, hey, go throw some money out on Sajara. I don't know. I just don't see an upside here. I think Avila has a lot of upside and a lot of potential, you know, and she's got long arms. She's a lanky girl, but not a significant size difference here. It's going to be a competitive match. And hey, if you feel some type of way about Sajara Eubanks, don't feel bad about throwing some money down on her. Now we're going to go towards the main card. First fight on the main card, Kyle Nelson versus Billy Q. Here we go. Billy Q coming in. He looks really fit. Kyle Nelson, though, he looks in great shape. I got to be honest with you guys. He looks shredded out. Now, it's not bodybuilding, but I think that the training has been hard. I think Kyle Nelson is definitely putting in the work. I think that we still see Billy Q get it done, but I don't think it's as easy as I originally had predicted. I could see a decision. I think that we're going to see Kyle Nelson land his fair share of shots, be competitive. I could see a submission for Q. Obviously, he's a very high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy, but I think that Kyle Nelson has a very good chance of making it 3 rounds here with the very tough Billy Q. But either way, I still see Billy Q winning this one with his skill set, but in shape is definitely Kyle Nelson. He's coming to win, without a doubt. Now, looking at the odds there, Kyle Nelson +225 underdog on 5 dimes if you're looking to bet on him. If you're looking to put some money down on the favorite Billy Q, he's a -240 on Sports Int. Really up to you guys if you're craving to do that. I always say with betting on big favorites like that, in the long run, I mean, -240 is not bad, but in the long run, you know, you do take losses there. It's not the best option. You like the odds a little closer. At least me personally. Now, moving up, Bobby Green versus Alan Patrick. This, for me, is my favorite fight, maybe of the night. This is going to be a very entertaining striking battle. If you don't know Alan Patrick, he's had injuries throughout his career, but he's really good and he's entertaining. Coming off the loss of Scott Holtzman, now his opponent, Bobby Green, has looked really good in his last 2, beat Lando Venata last time out. Before that, Clay Guida, and I think he looked better against Lando by a significant portion. I think he's coming into his own and looks really good. Both these guys coming in, 156 pounds. There's no weight misses here. You know, both guys on weight. I'm excited for the matchup looking at the bodies. I mean, both guys came in shape. I think that we still see Bobby Green get it done, but I will say I don't know about a stoppage win. You know, after seeing the way and seeing how cut up we have Alan Patrick look here, I think I won't be surprised if we see a victory for Green by decision, especially because that's what he's known for. If he stops him, great, but I'm picking decision. I'm definitely leaning towards that. Now, let me pull up the odds here. Alan Patrick is sitting at a plus 240 favorite on 5 dimes, and Bobby Green is a minus 250 underdog on Sportsbook. Other than that, he's just definitely higher than that on other sites, minus 335 on SportsInt. Also on SportsInt is Alan Patrick at a plus 240 if you're looking to use that website. I mean, hey, how confident are you that, you know, we see an upset here? How confident are you see Bobby Green? I think Bobby Green dominates. I do think he's a fairly safe pick, but Alan Patrick is very athletic and could always pull something crazy off. You know, with fight betting, sometimes you'll put money down on what you think is a sure thing, and you end up, you know, a crazy upset happens. We've seen it happen in the past. Now, next fight, Ed Herman versus Mike Rodriguez. Both these guys came in under the 206-pound limit, 205.5 actually for both of them. That was good to see. No weight miss there. All right. Mike Rodriguez and Ed Herman. I will say, Ed Herman looked a lot bigger and taller than I expected here. I mean, maybe he has shoes on and maybe Rodriguez doesn't, but not a significant height difference. The reach, though, 82.5 inches for Mike Rodriguez. I think that will be a factor here, but I think there is a chance that Ed Herman gets it done. He could get a big upset. Let me check the updated odds for you guys because I feel like I won't be surprised if some money went down. I mean, still not the closest odds. I mean, you can bet on Ed Herman as a plus 201 underdog on Sportsbet, but some of the other odd sites have him at, you know, a plus 195, have him at a plus 180 on SportsInt. So, I mean, he's definitely fairly competitive here. Not super close odds. They definitely have, you know, a favorite, a moderate favorite in Rodriguez here. Now, looking at Sportsbet, minus 229. I really do think that Rodriguez gets it done. That reach is going to be a substantial factor, man. I didn't change my pick, but I do think there's a chance that maybe Ed Herman lasts 3 rounds and makes it a competitive fight. But if we see an Ed Herman TKO upset, I wouldn't be the most shocked guy in the world. I mean, I wouldn't be absolutely shocked. Like, wow, I didn't expect that. I think it could happen because he has a ton of experience, and you cannot count out a guy with as much experience as he has. Now, next fight, Andrea Lee versus Roxanne Modafferi. This should be a very fun fight. Women's flyweight fight. Let me see if I can get the image for you guys here. All right. Sorry, guys. I am looking for it. Here we go. You see both them with the hats. You got Andrea Lee with the cowboy hat on. And you have Roxanne with the Asian maybe style hat there. And to be honest, I don't know what that hat is called, but should be a good fight here. Definitely Andrea Lee is shredded out. Roxanne looks, you know, like Roxanne does. I think that it's going to be a competitive fight. As I said before, I mean, I wouldn't be totally shocked if Roxanne gets an upset submission here, but I really think Lee's jiu-jitsu will at least be good enough for defense here. She is a multiple-time world champ, and I think that she has a significant advantage on the feet. I think we see Andrea Lee get the decision victory. I don't see a knockout. I don't see her stopping the very tough Roxanne, but a decision win is fair. Now, 125.5 for both girls. Actually, Roxanne, excuse me, came in at 125 flat. Both girls make weight, so no weight issues there. Thankfully, we didn't see any weight issues there. Now, get the betting odds up. We'll see Andrea Lee as a minus 295 favorite, excuse me, at 5 dimes, and Roxanne Modafferi plus 275 at Bet365. I mean, just Roxanne got dominated by Lauren Murphy in her last fight. I'm not super confident of the upset here. I definitely acknowledge that she has the skill to do so. I mean, she could take Andrea Lee down and dominate her and look really good, but I think Lee has a good enough grappling game to fight it off. But if not, I will gladly be proven wrong. I'm taking Andrea Lee, though. Decision win. Now, co-main event of the evening, Ottman Atar versus Kamaru. I think this fight is going to be really entertaining. It's definitely an interesting one. You can see Kamaru and Ottman Atar here. Kamaru looks in very good shape. Let me see if I can get actually an individual picture of Ottman, since you can't really see how he looks. If you look at him here, looks absolutely chiseled, in incredible shape. I'm picking him. I think he gets it done. I think Kamaru is really good But let's be honest, he's pulled off 2 upsets, and his last one was against Luis Pena. I don't think Pena is at the level of Ottman Atar, who's 12-0 with a ton of knockout power. I think Atar still gets a stoppage win. I think he does so in round number 2. Could even see it earlier. I think he's going to crack Kamaru with some big punches. And let's not forget, he does have a really good grappling base too. Going to be tricky for an upset here for Kamaru. Actually, he may be the favorite. He originally was. I take that back. He's actually still sitting as a favorite. But definitely some money has come down on Ottman. You see him as a plus 120 on Pinnacle. I mean, if you want to put money on Ottman Atar, I think he's an underdog that could really pull it off. I would say Pinnacle's the best website for it. If you want to put money on Worthy, the favorite, minus 127, 5 dimes the best to do it. But I'm riding with the underdog here. And, you know, Kamaru has been a significant underdog and pulled off big upsets. I wouldn't be surprised if Atar is the underdog here and gets the upset win over Kamaru. 156 for Ottman, who looks absolutely shredded. Kamaru, 155.5. No weight issues with either of them. Same thing with our main event girls. Michelle Waterson versus Angela Hill. We've arrived. Main event of the evening. Let's get this picture up. Here we go. Intense face-off there. Angela Hill's got her bicep peak coming out. You see Karate Hottie in good shape. You see visible abs there. Both these girls are coming to fight, and they're coming to win. This is no squash match. It's no easy fight. I think it's going 5 rounds, and I think Angela Hill gets a decision win. It could be a split decision. I think it will be competitive, but riding with Angela Hill here. Let me pull up the betting odds. So Angela Hill, minus 120 favorite. It's pretty much a pick'ems. Michelle Waterson, plus 110. At 5 dimes, you can get the minus 120 at Bet. DSI minus 120 and Pinnacle, you get minus 120 if you bet on Angela Hill. On 5 dimes, plus 110 for Michelle Waterson. I really see Hill getting it done, but Waterson is tough. You know, her style is good. I mean, she's got a ton of experience too, but Angela Hill is definitely improving, and I think Karate Hottie has kind of been maintaining her skill set for these past few fights that I've seen of her. So for me, I'm riding with Angela Hill. Decision victory has not changed. Both girls, for Michelle Waterson, 115, Angela Hill, 115.5. Both girls don't miss weight. Both girls make weight. Thankfully, we didn't have any like too significant misses here. Nothing crazy, you know. Actually, take that back. I don't think anybody missed weight. I know there was Matt Schnell who had the weight problem, but then he didn't actually weigh in. Yeah, no misses. So everybody's on point. That's good to see. Everybody does look in pretty decent shape. I mean, Roque Martinez doesn't look like he's beach ready, but that's not what he's known for. He's known to be a chubbier guy who comes to scrap. But all right, guys, that is pretty much it for this weigh-in recap, updated predictions and betting odds. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Also, guys, follow my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and I'll see you all in the next video.